You know, he looks kind of like he's going cowboy. Then you have this mode, which I like the best. Forms what they call on the back is quad laser, which is obvious. Quad, you know, quad laser, 4 lasers. Um, it looks pretty cool. So yeah, any Autobot that gets shot with this quad laser, they're gonna feel it, and it ain't gonna feel good. And anyone besides Optimus is probably gonna die from it. So yeah, he's definitely a bad dude. Then you have his bladed weapon, which I found a unique feature for it besides just it being a bladed weapon. Turn the hand up, fold the hand around, attach it, and it forms sort of a shield, you know, to protect him from enemy fire. That's just something I came up with. I mean, it's it was a fairly easy idea to come up with, but you know, it doesn't say anything about that on the package anywhere. So I just figured I'd show you guys that. Same with the jet boosters in plane mode. So you know he can be like firing from behind his shield. So yeah, there's that mode. So robot mode. Oh, first I need to explain the actual bladed weapon. Damn, I've done this review too much. Okay, so the bladed weapon. There's his bladed weapon. You could use it as a chomper if you wanted to. You know, he gets the Autobot head in there and he just clops it off. But for the most part, it's just kind of like a big swinging stick that he holds at the middle. It's hard for him to swing in because he's a really awkward toy. The way his hands are made, arms, all that good stuff. So you have to really mess with him to get a good pose. I got some pretty good poses yesterday in that video, but it's gone now. But yeah, there's that. I'm just gonna take it off. I don't really like him with it all the time. So there he is. Robot mode, I would probably give. He looks a little weird. His arms a little awkward, so I'd give it 8.5. Even though that said, you know, I really like this guy. I don't regret buying him, and I'm just gonna say this like I said with Prowl. If you can afford the $10 to get him, you really need to get him because he's a good Decepticon. Okay, so on to the size comparison. Okay, so overall, he's about an 8. I mean, he does have some slight discrepancies and problems and stuff, you know. But, you know, overall he's an 8. And an 8 may seem like it's a low score to some people, but 6 is where the low scores actually start hitting. If anything is a 6 or below, it's a little bit of a, I don't know if I want to get this type of situation. 7s and 8s and 9s are really good. 10s are, you know, just something that's fabulous. So, you know, 8 is really good. He's easily one of the most fun Decepticons I've ever had. I'm not gonna say he's priority, but at some point you do need to get him. Preferably now when he's retail price, because this is one of those guys where you'd feel like you're missing something if you paid any more than like $12. As for the size comparison, I almost forgot it. You know, so he's really small. I mean, he would be absolutely huge compared to Prowl. Prowl would probably not even be as big as the cockpit area right here. quick view from the side. Of course, it is a deluxe, so you know, if he was like an ultra class, which he should have been, um, he'd easily have been bigger. He still wouldn't have been as big as he needs to be, but he would have been bigger. He fits in perfectly with the ranks of Megatron and Starscream and um, you know, just all of those for, you know, an infantry unit. This guy would be just crazy. I mean, he would tear you up. So yeah, this is my review of Universe Tankor. Anyways, later. Hope you enjoyed the review.